Better than Mark Zuckerberg in jiu-jitsu. So today we're going to look at Mark Zuckerberg's recent competition matches. He recently competed in a jiu-jitsu tournament. He had a no-gi match and he had a gi match. He's a white belt. I think this is the first tournament that he's done. So I'm going to be presumptuous enough to go in and assess his performance as I would one of my white belt students. And we'll see how he did. And you can take a look at it and compare it to your own jiu-jitsu performance. So let's get right into it. We're going to look at his no-gi match first. So here he is. He starts out hand fighting. I like it. His opponent's aggressive. He's trying to keep inside position. I like what he's doing here. The guy tries to pull him down. He keeps good position, good posture. Look at this. He's fighting for inside position there. I like that. Let's see what happens. He gets aggressive here. Look, he goes for the takedown. I like it. Beautiful. One problem. Look at that. He got his head stuck in a guillotine. Not great, but he does something really good here. Look at this. Right here. He starts to get off his knees. This is critical. When he gets off his knees like this, it helps straighten out his neck. So it makes it more difficult for his opponent to bend his neck, crimp it, and get the finish. Let's see if he can get out of this guillotine. So he's driving in his shoulder as well. I like that. I suspect he's fighting the grips over there with his hands. Yep, he's bringing his other hand in. That's what it looks like he's doing right there. He's fighting those grips. That's what he needs to do. I think he got his chin down now. There's probably no choke threat. So now he's just trying to back his head out, get his head back to the center. Here he goes. He's got his head back to the center. Great. Look, and he immediately gets inside position with his arm. Very smart. So what he needs to do is to score the takedown points, he has to get out of that guillotine and control this guy for 3 seconds. Looks like the ref's already giving him the points. So he's up 2 points here. So he's winning the match 2-0. Now he needs to break the guard. So he has to really stand up in order to do that. So he's got to get off his knees. And there he is. He gets off his knees. Nice work, Mark. Excellent job so far. If he was my student, I'd be pretty happy. 2-0. Hear that? Look at that. His coach just yelled out, put a hand in. So his coach wants him to reach back to break open the guard. And his coach, I believe, is Dave Camarillo. And you could not have a better jiu-jitsu coach than that guy. And what I like about this is Mark looks back. He's got awareness. He's not that adrenalized that he can still listen to his coach. Let's see if he follows through and does what his coach tells him. He's got to get his balance here. There he gets instructed again, put a hand in. And he's going to watch what he does here. I like what he does. He needs to open the guard. He's not just stalling. I like his aggression here. Look, he puts his hand on the knee. Excellent. But look at this. What I like even better, what he does here. Look at that. Hold on. He's grabbing the tights. You're not supposed to do that. But what I like is he's using his forearm. He's not just putting his hand all the way through. He's framing his forearm inside the leg. Right there. That's sophisticated. That's really smart and effective. Now he doesn't have to worry about this guy connecting his feet and getting in a triangle threatening position. So really good technique here. Really savvy. He understands the risk of this position. And he ends up avoiding the triangle choke. Really well done. Now he's controlling. Look, he's reaching for the cross face over here. Really well done. Now he's coming around, controlling the hips. I like doing that. Is he going to get to mount? Not quite. He's in 3/4 mount, though. He's in a strong position here. And parole, the match ends. So I think he won this match 2-0, I would take a look at it. He seems like a really good sport, cool guy, shaking hands with his opponent. I would give his no-gi performance very high marks. I liked everything he did there. I'm sure his coach is really pleased with that performance. So now we're going to look at the gi performance. He had a gi match here with a different opponent, I believe. And this footage is not as clear, but we'll try to analyze it. So the match starts. He's fighting for grips. He's trying not to let his opponent get grips. I like what he's doing here. And what's going to happen? He's got his grips. He's got some grips. Is he going for a takedown? Nope. He pulls guard right there. I like it. Look, and he's got his feet closed. Excellent job. Feet are locked around his opponent. If I had a white belt's first tournament, I would probably advise him to do this. Pull guard, get the guy in your close guard, and then you can work from there. It simplifies it simplifies the game for you. Smart move, well done, well executed. He's got close guard. So far, really good. And what's he doing now? Look at this. He starts to get a cross sleeve and the elbow right there. You see that cross sleeve and elbow? I really like this. Is a smart attack. What does that do for you? It allows you maybe to pull the arm across where you can get a look at the back, maybe a back attempt. You can set up a sweep with that grip. You can work to an armbar. And look at this. He's got the armbar going. See that? He's got both feet in position. He got to the armbar from close guard. So good for him. Nice aggressive work. But he loses. The guy pulls his arm out, but he doesn't get past. He turtles and regards. Really well done. Good for him. That's awesome. So he was aggressive. See, his opponent just got an advantage point for almost passing though. But really good work. Pull guard successfully. Attacked the 2-1, probably like he had planned. So he implemented his strategy. Got to an arm bar. His technique wasn't perfect, but it was a real solid attempt. And then when the guy got his arm out and almost passed, what I like is he didn't just accept side control. He turtled and regarded, and then he got right back to close guard. Now, this is where it gets a little weird because his opponent is not posturing up, so his opponent may be applying some kind of choke from inside the guard. And that's usually seen at the lower levels here. And now the ref stops the match. So this match ends. It looks like some kind of ref stoppage. There's some confusion. Maybe the ref thought that he was getting choked, and the ref thought he tapped, perhaps. But Zuckerberg seems a little confused. He's not sure why the ref stopped the match. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you lose the ref decision. But Zuckerberg, you'll see here, he seems to be a really good sport. He shakes his opponent's hand and congratulates him. And yeah, it's all good. So, I would give him strong marks on both his gi and his no gi performance. And if he was my student, I'd be really happy with his performance. And if you are a white belt considering competing in jiu-jitsu, I would definitely recommend you give it a try. Come in with a game plan and just try to execute your game plan. And don't worry too much about your results.